Right team, welcome back to Caravan Carpers and another Tackle Tuesdays. In this Tackle Tuesdays, what I'm going to be reviewing is the Korda Basix Tackle Box versus the standard Korda Tackle Box. And the reason I'm doing this review is because over winter I've been using the Korda Basix Tackle Box, and this little tackle box I feel is an absolute cracking little piece of kit. So first and foremost, what its first advantage is its price. Korda Basix, or as they call it, the Basics range, is all about value and ease of use and cheapness and getting into fishing. Everything is a lot more budget friendly than the standard Korda stuff. And you know what, I probably got this at an absolute steal for about 15 quid, and I tell you what, it's the best £15 I've really spent, I'd say. You're looking for between 18 and 20 pound. That's what you'd realistically get this for. Comparing that to the actual Korda tackle box, and I like I said, I always recommend you buy the bundle, but the standard Korda tackle box, you're probably going to get this for around 35 to 38 pound, really, depending on what deal you strike yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'll talk about the exteriors. So both the exteriors of these tackle boxes are very similar. The Korda tackle box is supposed to be the higher quality one, and the only thing really different to that is the outer coating on the top is it's like a vulcanized rubber kind of, or a rubber feel to it. But other than that, it's not really something I'd care about or anything that'd be a deciding factor into purchasing these for me. Whereas on the Korda Basix tackle box, what you'll find is it's just a see-through plastic, and I quite like that. Both tackle boxes do have measurements on them, so for measuring rigs and things like that. Whereas on the Korda tackle box, rather than the Basics one, it's actually inside and it's part of the rig board. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain the two different features between these. So on the Korda Basix tackle box, what you'll find is the openings on these are done with clips, whereas on the Korda tackle box, you'll find that the magnets, I'm not really sure which I prefer, here nor there, not really that bothered. I found that the Korda one with the magnets on the standard tackle box has never opened on me, so I've never had an issue with that. So there's never been any need to have these plastic clamps that actually keep it closed. So that doesn't really matter to me. Inside, what you'll find is you've got these translucent windowed compartments, and in here I found on the Korda Basix that I can fit all the tackle that I really need in. I find that with the Korda tackle box, and comment down below if you're the same, is I've got absolutely loads of tackle in this thing, or I did have until I stripped it all out, and I don't use half of it, and I'm just carrying about dead weight. And I find that the Basix tackle box has that little bit more space in it than the Tackle Safe, and I've done a review on that, and just that little bit more. And one of the features about the Basix tackle box that I absolutely love is this rig board. It's a standard rig board. It holds 8 rigs. You've got your 21 compartments above. You've got 2 fixed compartments down below here. And a great little feature of this is the rig board is removable, and behind the rig board I stick my Jag sharpening kit in there and a few other little bits and bobs. I've currently I've actually broke my file, so that's not actually in there at the minute, but I find that it's a really neat solution and fits quite a lot of stuff in. I much prefer this rig board on the Basix tackle box, with the pins. I'll now show you the Korda tackle box, and this has got some more extra accessories in it from the tackle box bundle, but you can buy all these, and it is a great thing, but I'll go into that in a minute. So the rig board on this one has this magnetic thing, and it's something that I've always felt has let down this tackle box, and up until now, I've pretty much thought to myself that this is the flagship tackle box on the market. However, I'll just let you in on a little bit of information. If you look to my left, I've actually got the Fox loaded medium tackle box there, and I'm going to be doing a comparison. So after I've been using this all winter, the Basics version, I'm going to change all my new tackle that I'm getting. I'm going to put it into that tackle box, and I'm going to start using that, and there will be a review coming on the channel of that. And with that new kid on the block, I think it will be very close between the Korda and the Fox, but you'll have to wait for that review to come. So if I could ask you, if you can give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that any videos on that video, when it finally drops in the next couple of weeks, you'll be notified of when that's available on the web to watch. And I think that's going to be a really popular video, but I'll give you a bit more of an information on that when nearer the time at the end of the day, because I want to actually use it and give it an honest review, because I'm not trying to get a job with any of these companies, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to save you some money and stop you buying stuff that's not really any good. So hopefully you like these unbiased reviews. So with the Korda Tackle Box, it's obviously quite a little bit more expensive. The features that are advantages to this tackle box is you've got 29 rather than 21 compartments. All these little bits in the bottom are all removable, so you can actually tailor this tackle box to fit exactly what you want it to fit. And then one of the advantages of this, but the disadvantages of the Basix tackle box is your little boxes like this and your materials and stuff like that fit in here perfectly, whereas they have to lie flat in the Basix tackle box. And there is a little bit of a hack that you can do with the Basix tackle box, but I like this compartment here, is you can actually remove this compartment and then you are able to stand up some of your materials. So what you'll find is that they can fit in like that in this area, but I've always found I prefer, and you know, I get there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different rig materials in there and my bait floss. I've never found that I've had a lack of space in this tackle box. The only thing I do take is the compartment. It's actually currently packed away in my rucksack at the minute, is the hand sharpened hooks box, which used to live in here, but I just have that separately now with all my hooks in. So that's the only thing I really miss about it. And I found when you look at it, so if you stand them up by each other, you can actually see that there's quite a significant difference between these two on the size. You know, you've got probably half the size. Depth-wise, there isn't actually that much in it. And then comparing them side to side, you know, it is a much more compact thing. And I find that, don't get me wrong, I still have the Korda Tackle Box in the van, generally loaded with the stuff that I don't tend to use that often, but it's still in the van there. So I would highly recommend, if you're on a budget, I'd go for the Korda Basix. You know, you'll never go wrong with a Basix tackle box. You know, it's got all the features that it needs to have. It's got all the space, and it's the perfect price for me on price to what you're getting comparison. And then the Korda Tackle Box is probably the best all-round tackle box out there at the minute until I try the Fox one. So if there's anything more or any other questions that you'd like me to go through on this, just get down in the comments below. You know, anything you want to ask, you'll see in all my videos. I get back to absolutely everyone. You know, unpopular or popular opinion, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I will reply and try my best to advise you and give you the best advice that I know. You know, it's only my opinion, but hopefully that helps you out. Thanks for watching. Caravan Carpers out.